Welcome back to the Yo Hear Me Out
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah. This is episode number 19 of the podcast, and we're your hosts. I'm Avery. Here are my co-host Leland. What's up, cuz? How you feeling, man? How was your week?
What up, cuz? Hey, man. Week has been good, man. I can't complain, man. Hey, God is good.
Okay.
Uh, been working, bro. We're trying to close. I just closed out a property last week.
Okay.
Um,
You said
another
you did
fixing.
close on it already?
Yeah, we closed on it.
Okay.
Got everything squared away. That was a process, but we getting started on it this week. Actually, probably getting started on it tomorrow. So, happy to get that on the way. Memorial Day weekend, which is this weekend. What was it? Yesterday, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So I went down to see the family a little bit. Saw your
Okay.
moms.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, man, it's good. Good. Can't complain. What about you?
Hey man, it was a good week also for me. It's been a good week. Actually, me and the missus, we went down to Louisiana this weekend for one of her friends got married. So we were in Baton Rouge on Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday we were in New Orleans. So it was a real fun time, man. The wedding was awesome. The
Okay.
friend that got married was actually Sudanese,
Okay.
and so they had like a traditional henna party on Friday night. And so I wasn't as familiar with the culture, but they had like the henna tattoos. All the women did on their hands, and if the woman was married, they had it on their hands and on their feet, and they were dressed in the traditional garb, and it was fun, man. A lot of dancing. First time having Sudanese food. It was really good, bro. It's funny, man, too. Well, actually not. Let me not get myself in trouble, man. Let me not get myself in trouble here. But
You like to do that on these. I don't know
yeah,
why
let
you
me
like
know.
to
Let me
incriminate
leave there.
yourself
No, literally,
on
the wedding was
YouTube.
fire. I'll tell you a joke later. Maybe if we
Okay.
get a Patreon tier in the future or something, I can share that other thing. But no, the wedding was great. So on Friday was the henna party. On Saturday was the actual wedding. And the reception was after on Saturday, and that was fun, man. A lot of dancing, bro. I was going crazy on dance. I love dancing, so it was a fun time, man. But also while we were there, we also did a swamp tour as well, because the wedding on Saturday started at 5 p.m. So we had time before that. So we did a
New
swamp
Orleans
tour.
Swamp Tour.
Swamp tour, yeah, man, it was cool, man. I learned the difference between Cajuns and Creole. I didn't really know the distinction, and so it was fun, man. It was a fun time. We went on a food tour on Sunday in New Orleans, so it was a jam packed weekend, bro. Jam packed weekend, but real
What
fun.
time you get back, son?
We got back on Mondays. On Monday about 5 p.m. Not too late. So what we did is New Orleans around 7 p.m. We left New Orleans on Sunday. We drove to a friend's house in Birmingham, Alabama, stayed the night there, and on Monday drove the rest of the way back to Tennessee.
It's not
So
bad. It's always
yeah,
best if you can break up a large drive. How
yeah,
many
we broke
hours
it
was
up.
it total?
I think it's about 9 or 10 hours there. So it's not terrible because on Friday we drove all the way there. We just left early in the morning and
Okay.
drove all the way there. But we wanted to try to rest up before starting the work week again, man. So yeah, it was a good week, man. Fun time, bro. Fun times, fun memories.
That's
I could
good,
talk
man.
about it later, maybe throughout the course of the podcast. Not even necessarily this podcast, but in future ones, I might share some stories. I might think on it too. That one funny thing I was about to say, I might think on it, man. But I was like, this is kind of crazy, man. Yeah.
I did say everything was cool about the weekend, and we'll get into it later. But the basketball this weekend made me, man. The NBA, it's like for me. I don't know if it's like this for you when the Lakers got
Uh-huh.
swept, but it's like it feel like the season over.
That's fair. I didn't watch as much of these games. So one on the Saturday game, I didn't get to watch it all because I was busy, or was that Friday night? Either way, I
Okay,
was busy. So I didn't get to watch. Was it Friday night or Saturday night? The buzzer beater.
Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I was busy. With the game didn't with this reception didn't end till like midnight or so. So the game was already over by then. So I didn't see that. So that's facts. When your team lose, it take a little bit of the luster out, man. Take a little bit of the luster out the
Bro,
game.
I feel like man. We'll talk about it later, bro.
All right, we'll
I don't
get
even know.
into it.
It's gonna be a short comment, but we'll got to get into it. But yeah, that's probably the only real damper from this weekend, man. It's just like
But hold on, you must have been hyped on Saturday night, though. We didn't even talk then. You must have been hyped,
no,
son.
I was hyped. I was hyped, and
When they hit that
I
buzzer
was
beater,
equally
Celtics.
as let down yesterday. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like
Facts.
literally 100% up, 100% down. Like, bro, I was
Facts.
yesterday. I was disgusted as like just
Facts.
as a competitor. Like that was just like, come on, bro.
I get you. I get you.
But anyway, let's get into it
Get into it.
as we do every week. Uh, before we forget, shout out to the new subscribers.
Yes. New
It's been a
subscribers.
good look seeing you guys come in. We're glad to have you guys here.
Mhm.
If you're on the live, feel free to jump in the comments. Normally we do would you rather's. So If you got a question, comment, let us see it. We'll talk
Facts.
about it too. But for right now, like I said, we're doing Would You Rathers. Babe, what you got for us this week?
All right. So the first would you rather is, would you rather be snowed in or stranded on the beach?
Okay. Snowed in. Now, snowed in to me entails something. It entails I'm in a structure of some sort to be snowed in. And
Okay.
that changes a lot, bro. If I got a structure around me, son,
Uh,
that,
this is the
that
problem with this Would You Rather question for
what's
me.
up?
There's no time limit on it.
That's facts. That's facts.
So we need to I need to know in order to make an accurate assumption. How much time we talking about?
I would say a week at least. Let's say 1 week. 1 week.
A week not long enough, bro.
It's not
That's
long
gonna make
enough.
it too late. That's gonna make it too easy.
30
What you
days.
think then?
30 days? I
30.
like it.
A month. Oh
A
my.
month.
Okay. Also, snowed in meaning, am I snowed in like roads are closed, everything closed,
Yeah,
or like
bro.
I literally can't
If
leave the
you
house?
can't, yeah, you can't get out and can't nobody get in, bro.
Bruh, that's
Yeah,
crazy, son.
ain't no DoorDash,
So where I'm
ain't
at
no.
though? Where I'm at? I'm at a cabin. Where I'm at, son? I'm at an abandoned cabin. I'm at a regular home. What's up?
I
You
mean,
know what
bro,
I'm
like
saying?
let's assume, man, you're not in the most plush luxury lifestyle you
For
can
sure. It don't gotta
possibly
be
get.
plush. It don't gotta be plush, but I'm wondering, is it like an abandoned joint? Like, oh, we just found this little thing and nobody's been here in 15 years, and it's a can of beans in there, and that's it. And it's like, what? That's crazy. So if it's something like that, like if I got no food for 30, if I can't leave at all, I mean, if I can't even, because I'm thinking I could just dig my way out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still maybe in the middle of the mountains and roads are closed, so I can't walk my way out of this joint or
Nah,
drive my way. But could I at least open a door, shovel out, and now I can go outside and get some firewood or something? See what I'm saying?
I
If
don't know.
not, I guess
I don't know. I almost feel like I mean, if I'm honest, bro, I don't really know the accurate definition of snowed in.
what's snowed in be like that. Usually snowed in is not like you can't open a door. It's like, yo, the roads are undrivable. You cannot drive at all. We're stuck here. You can't go nowhere. The roads are done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But then you can still open your door. I can go outside for something. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I rock with that.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can't so you can't walk out of the situation. I mean, you could, you might die though, and you can't drive. Driving is off the question, so you're just stuck out there.
Right.
But to me, if I have a structure, I'd take my chances in that a little better than on the beach with nothing. Because the beach is nice, man. But even in the nighttime, it gets cool. I seen Naked and Afraid when they stuck on them stranded beaches in the tropical islands. It ain't sweet, my boy. They be out there struggling, so they try to put a little palm frond over them, Sonny. It be rain on mosquitoes, all that stuff.
Nah,
They be struggling, dog.
it's struggle. It's a struggle. Either way, it's a struggle, man. But you got
But
to
you,
think it. The snowed in means you got to be. It's got to be real cold, bro. It's
it's
not.
gonna
It's
be
not
cold.
32 degrees if you snowed in.
That's a fact. No, it's definitely going to be cold. But what I'm thinking is that if I could go outside, what I'm just picturing a cabin too. Maybe I can get some firewood or something. You see what I'm saying? Like go out there. It's gonna be rough getting out there, but at least I have some sort of like reprieve. Now on a beach, unless it's a tropical storm or a hurricane, maybe a lot of the day is gonna
Snowed
be
in.
decent
If you
too.
snowed in, you probably like looking at what 3 feet deep.
Oh no, it's deep out there. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be even to get the firewood. It ain't like, oh, it's just right
That's
out
what
there.
I'm saying, bro. So I'm like, what kind of firewood you getting in 3 foot deep?
Well, here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing too. Usually cabins be having a firewood too. That's what I'm saying. They usually have a in the house or a whole bunch chopped up outside too. But even if you don't have that, like just the fact that I have a shelter
Let,
is a little bit better than the bare
all right,
element.
let's say this, right? Let's give it a
What's up?
scenario, bro. Right?
What's up?
You going to an island. You got it. You going to like a little resort. It's kind of remote though. You know how you talking about? Like you might have like a little tiki hut. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, so hold on. Is there people around me? If so, like that's not really stranded necessarily.
Nah, yeah. Let's say no people around you. Let's say it was just remote. It's like it's kind of a remote.
So there's just a one little shelter joint, like, but it's not a house though. It's kind of like
Nah, not a house. Like it's like
you can't really
straw and
sleep in that though. You can sleep under it, maybe depending on how big it is, but you can't sleep like it ain't like it's lit in there necessarily. Like it'll protect you from the rain. I don't know, man.
come on, bro. All right, we spending too much time trying to
Listen,
get
give
this
me
man.
the snowed in, man. That's what if I'm inside a place that's already, I might got the little faucet here. I got a little fireplace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just that alone, like it's gonna be it's gonna be a little more crazy because at least the beach you got the little waves. It's gonna be more of a vibe at least when it's going well.
Right.
When it's going well at the beach, it's gonna be like, oh, it's not too bad. Even going well in the cabin, you just sitting in there looking around. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I
So
think I might still take the beach. I mean, not the beach, the cabin, snowed in.
Bro, I'm gonna have to take the beach. And
Okay,
I'm only gonna have to take the beach because at least like it's wildlife. You know what I'm saying?
that's what they be,
You,
bro.
you,
Like, have you seen Naked and Afraid?
I have seen Naked and Afraid.
Bro, they don't be catching them. It's hard to catch that said wild. Like I'm just saying, bro. It don't be like no, like oh,
Bro, you can't get no crabs or nothing.
I mean, you can. I ain't gonna mess with them. Yeah, you probably could catch a crab. Like,
Bro,
yeah,
I'm talking, bro. You 30 days and you got to eat. What you gonna get? A squirrel?
That's you can't catch no squirrel. That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's my exact point. You can't catch no squirrel while you outside and you stranded. Like if you start running out of food, you're gonna be cooked.
That's true. It's true. It's true. No, that's fair. That's why I think always like whenever I thought of would you rather be in a desert or the island, it'd be like, bro, just give me the island for sure or something. At least got a chance.
It's cold. That's super cold at night. You better hope you got enough firewood.
Yeah. Listen,
that's
somebody in the chat. Michael, shout out to Michael. He said in the chat he takes snowed in. He taking the snowed in. Let us know why, Michael. Let us know why he's taking snowed in.
What you got, Mike?
But go ahead, Leland. Go ahead with the beach.
All right, yeah, man. Just give me the beach, bro. The beach, just because I just got freedom of movement. It's not. I'm not hindered. I still have a area I can get around to. Like you said, hopefully I have a shelter. Hopefully the weather is just. Don't say the weather is bad. It's just you're at the beach. You know what I'm saying? If you went there to vacation, you know it's probably going to be decent weather. So I don't really.
That's what I'm saying with the beach though, and that's why I said having a little shelter, you can at least get some reprieve. Is that at nighttime, if you ain't got no blanket, if you just wearing what you're wearing now, at night, even at beach when that wind comes, it's gonna be like an uncomfortable night. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be like,
bro, it's uncomfortable. Hey, bro, you ain't gonna be uncomfortable in that cold snow.
I'm not in the snow. I'm inside the house, my boy. I'm inside the house, bundled up with whatever I can find. I got the couch sitting on top of me. What you talking about, son? I done turned the couch upside down. I'm under the couch.
That's what I'm saying. Look. We in the chat. L Greaves agrees with me, man.
Okay.
Your chances for survival. That's really what we're talking about. Chances for survival. I think the beach, you got it. You can get food, water. Like I said, the weather is not. You're not gonna have to hypothermia.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You're not gonna have to really struggle with that, and you can like kind of get around. I mean, even if it is, you're talking about a rescue situation. I mean, you on the beach, like you can be seen, like, bruh, you in a cabin somewhere, it's snowed in, like,
yo. Hopefully, but here's the thing. Hopefully, see, hey, Michael's chilling in the cabin. Hopefully, what I'm thinking is this: one, if they see the little smoke coming from the chimney, you can see the little smoke coming from the chimney. But it's true also what you're saying about the hypothermia, because I feel like as long as you stay relatively cool, you don't got to worry about immediate death. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a beach and maybe just chilling on the side. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, can't drink salt water. That's a fact. Michael,
but you know, man, you the scientist, man. You know what to do, bro. Boil it, man.
Yeah, but bro, once again, Naked and Afraid, these be experts. These people, all my life I grew up in a country, did this, and this. They be out there, they can't even start a fire, my boy. I feel like my chances of starting a fire, if they can't do it.
Bro, listen. First of all, let's chill this out for just a second. I know we spent a lot of time on it, but it don't say you naked and afraid on the beach, dog. Come on, bro. If you're in a cabin with luxuries, couches, some wood, maybe a little bit of food, you gotta give me something on the beach. Like at least I came out there.
That was my point. There's you just on a desert beach with nothing. That's why I'm taking the cabin.
Why would I be with nothing, bro? It just says straight. I'm naked and afraid
right now, son. My pockets are quite literally empty. You ain't got no pocket knife on you automatically when you're on the beach. You got your glasses. You can try to.
You probably have a bottle of water. You might have a lighter.
I mean, you carry around a lighter? I don't carry around one, so I wouldn't have a lighter.
Maybe I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Like, what's up?
Listen.
I don't know.
And like it's split 2-2. Neither one of these is like terrible. I mean, I don't know if it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Listen, what we got?
Okay, them boys streaming said, I don't think y'all taking into account that it is said straight on the beach. It's snowed in. I feel the chance for better in the actual cabin. Comfort level at a higher, you have access to things. That's what I was just saying about the cabin too. If I'm inside the cabin, it ain't gonna be a bare empty cabin. Like Ain't no cabins like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a entire month.
First of all, hey, hold on, wait. It's the entire month. You right. Them streamer boys, you right. But they don't say a plush cabin nowhere. So like,
it don't gotta be plush. It could be your most basic cabin. That's still gonna have certain things, bro. It's gonna have a hatchet in there. It's gonna have a fridge. There may not be nothing in the fridge. It's gonna have different things around.
What if I got the little tent awnings when I went to the beach? I got my chairs. I got blankets. I got little cooler.
Okay, now you might be talking. Now you might be talking. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, think about it. You gotta give me something. I'm just stranded on the beach. Ain't nobody naked.
The stranded is like that. It implies like destitute a little bit. Like, bro, it's tough out here. You know
stranded implies destitute. I mean, eventually I will be because you're gonna run out of supplies. Same thing like snowed in. Like you're not gonna have. You weren't prepared to be in this place for a month, so you probably got what you got for a week, and then now what y'all gonna do? Everybody that's gonna be in the cabin, tell me right now, Michael, what you doing after you run out of food after week 1?
First of all, you can
ration. See, that's that. She said she been snowed in.
And look what she's saying. It's not crazy. That's what she said.
She said it's not cozy, yo. That's what I'm saying.
It's not crazy. Yeah, it's not cozy. Neither one of these. You think you're gonna be day 27 on the beach, running around taking swimming? Nah, so you're gonna be laid up somewhere.
I mean, bro, if it get hot, bro, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can relax in the water.
Listen, man.
He said, okay, wait. Yeah. Get him right, Grease. Y'all been on the beach. It's stupid hot and windy. I've had tents blow over and break in a couple hours. That's facts. I mean, it's facts. It's facts.
That's what I said, bro. The beach is not at least like I'm saying, even outside of the beach at nighttime, it ain't that nice out there unless you like when you walk the beach at night, you put on a little jacket, like, it's a little chilly out here.
Well, we got blankets and you know what I'm saying? We was out there to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give me some kind of supplies, man. I got clothes on. Like, you trying to be, you got to make me naked and afraid.
Listen, when I went to the beach, I did not bring a sweater, my boy, or a blanket. For me personally, I sat on
shirt, t-shirt, overshirt. What shirt you got on right now?
That's what I'm saying. You have what you have on here, but this ain't enough. You got a towel, absolutely. You can have a towel, absolutely.
Beach towels, blankets. You gotta lay on something. You gotta dry with something, right? Come on, son, give me something.
Listen, man. These does both.
Listen, wait.
This is also what it is, though. I'm gonna end it like this. I think what both people are saying, people in the comments saying, me and you probably can survive at both of these. So if neither one actually ain't that bad, you probably can survive these joints.
You probably. It's just which one's
so it ain't that bad regardless. You know what I mean?
All right, listen. I look them streamer boys and Michael. I see y'all in the chat. I don't know how long y'all been in the chat, but we talked about stranded or snowed in, right? We talking about if you can't move and the roads are closed, that means we talking about what 3 feet minimum snow, maybe a little bit more, 4 or 5 feet. And you talking about hunting rabbits and y'all hunting like in 4 feet snow. Y'all built like that out there.
What I'm gonna have to do is conserve my energy sitting around. I'm a boy that hibernate in the water. I'm a boy that's in the water and just try to take my chances.
Avery's gonna hibernate for that 30 days.
I'm gonna try my best to, son. What you mean? I'm gonna try my best to, Leslie, bro. Because hunting, you could possibly hunt, but it might be tough out there. Like I said, I don't know if
it's tough for real.
I ain't seen Naked and Afraid in the snow, but I have seen like survival shows in the snow, and even then they be like, bro, the game is hard to come by.
It's brick out there too, man.
Or even on the beach too, because like, bro, they gotta build something. It'd be hard to come by regardless, son. It'd be hard to come by.
And the places that get snowed in, they get real cold too. Like that, it's almost a given. You're not in 32-degree weather. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be negative. So I don't know. All right, let's do it like this, babe. We didn't even get your point. We're gonna get your point. We're gonna move on. What say you right now? Is 3 to 2.
I'm on the beach. You know me.
I'm
all about the water.
We tied it up. Look, we tied it up. So we'll see. We're gonna move on to the next one. But anybody who come in later, after we post the video, let us know what we think. We'll tally it up. Maybe we'll come back next week and see who won this one.
All right, let's get it.
So what's next? What's next on the agenda?
All right, cool. So the next one we're doing is the one gotta go. So we got all shoe brands: Adidas, Nike, Jordan, and New Balance. Which one gotta go?
One of these gotta go. Okay, so as you see, I got my shoe collection behind me here, guys. I got some shoes. Also got some new shoes, Leland. I got a few new shoes actually, but I'm gonna show one pair of them, son. So these are some Adidas. I've only worn these twice, and every time I wear them, and they said Jordan got to go. Listen, I might be with you, them boys streaming. Listen, I don't have no Jordans back there, but what I got is this here. I got these Adidas here, man. I got these Adidas. These are super tough adventure.
Okay, nah, those are cold.
You seen these before?
Nah.
And you see, got a little pouch on it, bro. These ones kind of hard, my boy. These
No, I
like
them. I like them.
Yeah, I've worn them twice.
Colors, Avery. Those are
yeah.
Thank you. So these are New Balance, super tough. This is not an ad, but they're the Jiminy Cricket. You can see here.
Oh,
they got
New Balance.
No, sorry, I said New Balance. These are Adidas. These are Adidas here.
Okay, I'm about to say
these are Adidas. But as you see behind me, I have a lot of New Balances here. So for me personally,
all right, wait. Before you get into it,
what's up?
We talking about? We're not talking about shoes, just specific. We talking about their entire brand and everything they've ever done. Because we usually when somebody say one got to go, like you take Will Smith, you say like he not just going from here on out. Everything that he had is gone. So every memory, every
this guy
come on, no. If one got to go, like
hold on, if you choose Jordan, Michael Jordan don't exist no more ever. Come on, man. That's what you said. Every memory.
No. I'm saying like the brand, like you know what I'm saying, like the brand.
What if it's just no more? It's out. Like for instance, you know how stuff is discontinued. Like they don't make certain candies they used to or cereals. It's just
from here on out.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't ever get any more pair. They're not never making this again. Not necessarily that everything's got to be going forever, but like from here on, there'll never be another new pair of Jordans. Ever. Never no more New Balances ever. You see what I'm saying?
Let me get in the comments, man. Them streaming boys, them boys streaming, my fault. You said Jordan real quick with an exclamation point, man. What's your problem with Jordans? Like what? So you got to tell us the story. Like
speaking of story, I got a funny story about Jordans, man. I think I've only had one pair of okay. I done had some knockoffs. Never mind. I had you know how we used to get the little knockoffs back in the day?
Yeah, boy. Hey, what's that?
Yeah, okay, I forgot. I had a few pair of knockoff Jordans. It's like $45.
I don't know if that counts, bro. I don't know if the knockoffs count.
Let me tell y'all guys a funny story about an actual pair of Jordans I had one year. One year, my grandma got me and my brother some Jordans. Me and my younger brother some Jordans, son.
Okay.
One year she got it to us. I remember she mailed it to us. We was living at Winslow at the time, bro. So I was young. She mailed it to us. And I remember my mom was like, "Hey, yo, the summer had just started." My mom was like, "Yo, you can't wear these shoes at all until like the school year start. You're not about to mess your shoes up in the summer. These are Jordans. They're nice shoes." I was like, "All right, whatever." I might have been like 6, 7. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Tell me why, Leland. When the school year started, guess what, dog?
What?
I could not fit them Jordans, bro. I never got a chance to wear the Jordans, bro. When the school year started, my foot, bro.
Your foot grew too fast. Yeah, you can't wear them yet. And you still didn't get to?
School year started, so I tried to put them Jordans on, so them just
hurt your feet, yo. You was gonna be fresh to death too.
For me, bro, listen, I've never really been Team Jordan guy like that. I've definitely had more Adidas. For sure, Nike gotta stay. If anything, Nike gotta stay. That's the one gotta stay. To me, New Balance, I got 4 pair of New Balances behind me. I like New Balances a lot too. So
you're saying off the rip, who gotta stay?
Probably Nike. I mean, Nike, they got a lot of I mean, look, I got Nike hats back there.
Yeah, bro. Nike crazy.
Nike gotta stay, son. To me, let me get New Balance next. And then maybe, like I said, I've never really just had that many Jordans like that. I know they're iconic,
but
it's gonna be a hot take.
I think, yeah. I mean, really, it is only shoes. I got a handful of Jordans, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I got a handful of Jordans. I've been a Jordan fan, retros, you know, all this stuff. You know, I got a few pairs. If I was a little bit prepared, shoot, I would have. Man, matter of fact,
know some.
Nah, there is one pair that's kind of cold. Since you showing shoes, hold up. Nah,
all right, let me keep it going. I'm gonna read these chats here. Let me read the chats here.
Yeah,
so, Michael saying New Balance gotta go. That's unfortunate, Michael. I thought we was rocking out with the last question. But okay, I can hear that. Still Jordan minus Michael. Them boy streaming said just not a fan of Jordan to be honest, but Jordan is a part of Nike, so he would still have shoes. They just be Nike. He wouldn't have his own entity anymore. If you get rid of Nike, Adidas, New Balance, there's a lot of other people's shoes going. To me, man, like I said, I know Jordans are tough. Like the 1s and the 11s are my personal favorite of Jordans. Those are really tough. However, I've never owned either pair of them. So I've went my whole life pretty much without wearing Jordans, not because they're not fly. And so that's probably why I'm choosing Jordan. I wear New Balance a lot. One of the things I like about New Balance, I wear a size 14 actually shoe. And New Balance, they easily come in 14s, 15s. They even have shoes in wide, extra wide. That's another thing I like about New Balance, the comfort factor for me. So
New Balance comfort, man. But listen, man, I think, all right.
What's up?
I feel like everybody in here saying like a Jordan. Like, I think I'm almost with you. I might be saying Adidas got to go, even though I actually am a fan of my Yeezys. But other than that, like with a couple of pair of pants, they just all right. Some NMDs, but the Jordans like they just have too much meaning, bro.
They are iconic for sure, and we're going to get into this next, guys, too. Let me see.
But you got the Flint 13s, cuz these joints, like as a kid, like I don't know. I think some of the things just like as you see, these are brand. I never wore them. Right, this is actually my favorite pair of Jordan silhouette and colorway that they ever made. And I seen them when I was a kid, and I just never could get them. I just couldn't afford them, even when they came out in college. I got them when I got older, bro. And it's just like it's tough, man. Like the nostalgia is
for sure.
It's too tough, for sure. Bro. You know what I'm saying? The Jordan ones,
some crazy the ones. Come on, man. Yeah, those nice,
bro. Like, come on, bro.
Why the shoelaces out though, bro? They look a little golf ball, or not golf ball, bowling shoe-ish with the tongue out and stuff.
No, it's crazy. I mean, these ain't been worn either. These kind of new, so you know, it's just they're not laced up, which will probably make them look a little.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Dang, everybody killing
Jordan. Listen,
everybody killing Jordan, bro.
Here's the thing, bro. I feel like for me, for sure, the clothes of Jordan. I mean, I don't wear New Balance clothes either, but to me, the clothes of Jordan. To me, Adidas got that beat. Nike got that beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as clothing wise go, so it's really only the sneakers, and it's really only the what not the Team Jordan. What are the numbered ones called? I don't even, what are they called? Just the numbered Jordans, not the Team Jordans.
The retros.
The retros, yeah, the retros. Dang. Yeah. See, look, I lost all credibility there. People were like, yeah, this guy, you know what I'm saying? So
hey, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? Greaves and Tosh Hustle. Showing them Jordans made me double down. Get Jordan out of here.
I'm rocking with them boys streaming. The Jordans are mad uncomfortable.
Oh, they uncomfortable, cuz.
2 pair. I had the cap and gowns. And what's the blue ones I got, babe?
That was Jordan 12s. They were the Royals.
Toe so bad.
They tell you what, boy. Them Jordan ones not comfortable either. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Woo,
those mine right there. Those say, hey, come on, man.
Yo, these
those probably my favorite. I still need to get a pair of those, even as I'm saying this. But
dead stock, boy, ain't never been laced up, son.
Then you said they uncomfortable though. That's crazy.
Now these probably the most. These probably the most comfortable are the ones I just showed you, but they still uncomfortable, bro.
Jordan for looks only. Okay, so Leland, which one you choosing? I'm choosing probably Jordan. People in the chat saying Jordan. Some people said Adidas.
Everybody, give me Adidas. I'm going with Carla. I'm going with my sister on this. Give me Adidas. Not Adidas out. I mean, I like Adidas. Like, don't get me wrong, but like overall, like I could probably live without them. Like, think about it. Like, I can't. Like, they don't have no crazy nostalgia for me. The best thing they ever did for me was them Yeezys. I got a couple pair. They super comfortable, man. Like I really enjoy them. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I can get away with like, and even the other thing, like even New Balance, man. New Balance is like right now, like I know New Balance has been around for a long time, but New Balance is really coming into its own right now, and so it's like it kind of feels like a prisoner at the moment.
Let me say this, bro. Listen, the New Balance. Also, Michael said they don't have the iconic ones. The 574 New Balances. That's not true. Where we at? The 574s, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, these have been worn a lot. Actually, these ain't even five. These are nine. Hold on. Do I got any 574s?
Come on, son. Wait, come on.
Oh, hold on. I think I got the 9. Hold on. 9 7.
Yo, he said I'm keeping Jordans because of
listen.
No. Listen, I do have some Mellows too. I should have brought them out, man. I had the OG Mellows.
But no, what I was going to say is this, man. This is what I was going to say as far as the shoes go, bro. That you know, everybody got their preference, man. Everybody got their preference. You saying Adidas go for you? I like the Adidas, the clothing for Adidas, like the little jogger pants, bro. I had some. I was rocking them all the time until they ripped.
I did have a couple pair of those, man.
Them dresses tough, man. Them dresses tough.
Yeah. You know, Mike is saying Adidas got the suits, they got the shell toes, they got the history. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna a little bit later. We're gonna talk about that movie Air.
We can talk about that next, maybe.
Oh yeah. I mean, we can get into it. That movie, we slept on it for a little bit of time. Me and Ashley slept on it, but the Rotten Tomato views were so crazy. I mean, the cast is all-star cast.
It's all-star cast. So Lila, you choosing Adidas. I'm choosing New
Adidas.
Balance.
Adidas got to
People
go.
choosing different things in the chat. I see Adidas in the chat. I see Jordan. I saw New Balance in the chat. Got to go. One thing nobody said though is nobody said Nike. You'd be crazy to say that. So,
Bro, you can't bro. Come on, son. Like you talking about
nobody
the
said
clothes,
Nike.
Nike tees. Everybody had them Nike tees.
Nike
Everybody
backpack,
had,
bro. I got a duffel bag over here. Nike,
bro.
the logo. It's
You
clean,
go to the
man.
outlet, rack up on some shoes for the load. Hoodies, Nike hoodies is still probably the coldest.
Yeah.
Nike, you can't go, bro. Nike is Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do one without the other.
Yeah. So let's get into
Nike
it.
Has to stay.
Nike got to stay. We agree on that.
Everybody agrees on that. In the chat, everybody agree on that. Nike has to stay. What's
Everyone
number
agreed.
one?
No one said anything separately, man. So
it's kind of wild that New Balance got so much love, and I mean, ain't nobody really was like trying to kill on New Balance. Which
that's what I was going to say.
3 years ago, I don't know if everybody would have been saying that.
Here's the thing, though, you know, I've been wearing New Balances for a long time, man. I've been wearing New Balances for like at least like 12 years now.
You was a pioneer, you saying?
I don't want to say that. Possibly, actually, not because now I see. Because even look here, man. New Balance now they're coming out with the different colorways too. They didn't used to have stuff like this before. You know what I'm saying? Like the
crazy had New Balance like that forever, bro. Those are probably the most iconic ones. Whatever number that is.
Oh yeah, people back in middle school.
515s, Mercy.
That's what I'm saying. They've been wearing a long time.
This one is a classic design, and a 574. Those are probably the two most common.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you right now, there is a pair of New Balance that I like. Yo, you mean actually? Every time I see them,
that collab. What's
the 9060? The 9060s are like so cool to me right now.
That collab.
Okay.
What was it? They got Joe Fresh Goods.
Joe Fresh Goods.
Okay. Now I'm gonna check it out.
Artists, yeah, check them out, bro. It's dope.
Listen, people saying New Balance comfortable design. That's it for me. That's why they got 14s. They got size 15 you want. They got wides. They even got extra wides, son.
No, I got a handful of New Balances, man. I probably got about 3 pair of New Balances.
Well, listen, continue with shoes. Actually, we kind of teased it a little bit, but me and Leland, we actually watched this past week. We watched this new movie Air. It's not that new. It came out maybe I think last month or so. The movie Air. It's got a lot of famous people in it too. It's starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, James Bateman, Marlon Wayans, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker's in there.
Crazy.
So just the all-star cast, man. So we want to talk about that. If you guys let us know if you've seen the movie, what do you think about the movie? So, Leland, what do you think about the movie in general? But then there's also some basketball / even shoes and marketing question I wanted to get to too.
Are we doing spoilers? Are we doing spoilers? Are we doing a spoiler? We're gonna try to stick around it.
You kind of have to do a spoiler because here's the thing: the movie essentially is about Michael Jordan getting his own signature shoes, so everybody knows it's very successful. You know what I mean?
Like I guess, it's not like it's not an ending to spoil. It really is about the story. It's just about actually seeing the story, which I don't necessarily know that we could, spoil that for people. It's dope.
Yeah. So what do you think about the movie overall? Then I want to get to like some specifics about the movie. So just
all right,
in general,
let's do this because for me, man, we can talk about the movie. What's your number out of 10?
I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10.
Ooh, that's kind of that's that. I mean, you like it, but
it was good. It won't all that
what
to me.
Critique?
It was good, huh?
What you feel like was lacking?
Michael said drop some spoilers in there. For me, what was lacking? For one, I didn't like how they did, and I know Jordan had a say in this. I didn't like how Jordan wasn't even shown once, and I think I counted 2 words he said in the movie. Said at first I was like, they ain't gonna have him say a single word.
I mean, I think I didn't mind that, man. I think that they were trying to make it a point to not be like, it's not the movie wasn't. It was about him, but not exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like doing it that way, that made it more even about him. The fact that they weren't showing him, I feel like certain seasons was like they didn't show his face ever, and then
they had the little the back of his ear.
And he said thanks. He said thanks once, and then I think he said another phrase. But then it was like that's it. The whole movie, Viola Davis was doing most of the talking. Michael Jordan's mom on behalf of him. So you had that, and then I think let me think. I feel like once it got to the end, once it kind of got going. It just seemed like it was over quick. I'm trying to remember all the specifics, even though I just watched it recently. It just seemed like we were missing more stuff. One thing I did like that they did, though, is that they showed the importance of the different characters. They showed kind of what was on stake for the different people. Like this guy was like, bro, this your last straw. This your last straw. This, so I think that actually helped the movie, but it seemed like it just kind of reached I guess it was over too quick in a sense. I wanted to see a little bit more of like how the sales came and everything. Like, you know,
Mike's talking about Mike's head. His dome looked like my MJ.
that's a fact. That head shape
Hey,
with
yo,
the
listen,
hair,
listen,
it looked
listen,
like
listen.
early Jordan for sure.
Before I forget, and I'm gonna say this on the stream because
Okay.
this is gonna be crazy. And we can talk. We don't have to talk about the day. We would talk about another day. I was asking Ashley. We were sitting
Okay.
down. I don't know if it was before or after this movie, but I said, "Yo, like after watching this movie, not even after watching the movie, but just in general, who's more like notable or famous? Is it Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan?"
I still would say Jackson though. Here's a test for you.
I know what you're saying, and we ain't got to get into it because I know everybody's saying the same thing, and I know the argument you're gonna say.
What's the argument?
Most everybody gonna say is like it's music. They're gonna say it's music versus a sport.
Here's the bigger thing. Type in MJ right now on your computer and see what comes up. It's Michael Jackson that comes up. Michael Jordan doesn't come up. That alone proves it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Go to Google right now, type in MJ and watch what comes up. It's Michael Jackson. I've done this many a time. You know I be on Basketball Reference all the time. Type in MJ, Michael Jackson, saying that. Let's end the discussion there, right? You see it, right?
Okay, wait, hold on.
He right.
No. He's not right.
That's what come up on mine.
If I type in MJ, the first thing that pops up is images of MJ is Michael Jackson, but right beside it, and I'm not even talking about at the top because they side by side, they have Michael Jordan's name on Wikipedia showing up.
I see both actually. Listen, this is throwing me off now. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
I'm still going with Jackson, though. I'm still going with Jackson.
I feel you. I feel you. Like I said, we ain't got to get into it right now. I promise you we don't. But we're gonna get into it at some point in time. I just want to push on the idea of everybody's just gonna assume like, yo, Michael Jackson's gonna be forever. But I'm like, I don't know. Like people might know him, but like they don't really know his likeness the later on in life. But Jordan's brand, what he did in that sport, his likeness might go a little bit further in terms of like notoriety and longevity than Michael Jackson might be. Like, bro is considered the greatest competitive athlete of all time.
But the thing is this, though, you got to think that basketball is becoming more global. It's still not the most popular sport. So the thing is, you might could say like even worldwide, more people might even know Messi, especially after this World Cup win, even in Jordan, because there's more soccer fans in general.
Bro,
so listen, in the U.S.,
no, but you know what I'm saying, Messi, but everybody's just they're the MJ of the Tom Brady is the Michael Jordan of
but you covered it from a North American sports lens, though,
bro. Okay, bro.
I'm being honest, bro. You think in Europe they saying he the Michael Jordan is, or they naming whoever they got in what sports? You see what I'm saying? I think in America, in the US, sure.
I think all around, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like we just talked about the shoes, the brand, Jordan. Like that's not just over here. I guarantee you, Jordan brand.
That's a fact.
Like the Jordan 1 silhouettes, like that's a part of culture. Like if people will be walking around with Jordan 1s, all kind of ages, so they know who this person is. They know what they're putting on their feet. They looking for it. So yes, I dare to say that people are more. They might be a little bit more notable of like who Michael Jordan is. And it speaks even more so because what he did was in a sport that has such a small reach compared to what music does. So if you talk about value, that's not even close.
I mean,
like in terms of like monetary value, like this not even close.
At one point, Michael Jackson owned the Beatles catalog. I mean, I think his estate is sold this stuff, but he bought that with Sony, bro. So I
looked it up earlier. They had his network about 250K. I mean 250 mil.
But I'm saying they like I said, he owned the Beatles catalog at one point.
Jordan network is 4 billion, bro.
Yeah, but also you're talking about that's also grown in the last 10, 15 years, and Michael Jackson's also been passed away for how long too? You see what I'm saying?
That's saying, but you have to do them at their peaks. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about?
Well, their peak is not. It's definitely Michael Jackson at the peak.
What I'm saying is not even at their peak. Really, is after Michael Jordan dies.
But here's the thing: he's been around longer, even in the internet era, and with the culture. And let's get into the movie too. His shoes may never died in. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm saying.
So popular. Yeah,
like,
so people
his shoes might actually never die, bro. Like his name sake, like they said in the movie, his mom was like, no, this is a part of him. Like this is a part of him.
No, that's the other thing I had about the movie. Let me tell you, these guys, you're reminding me that stuff they were saying. I doubt that was said in the pitch me's initially. Like, yo, this jump about to be like, Yo, just imagine him saying all that stuff to like a person that was the third pick also. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Bro,
for sure
listen.
lived up to it. He surpassed it. But in the movie aired, the way they were going on, like, yo, if he signs this shoe will make him immortal forever. It was like these are
So
some
wait.
strong
So
words.
what you saying? And I said that I had to do this. Are you saying that you don't believe that you think the story had a little bit more fluff than reality on it?
They embellish certain aspects of it for sure. I'm saying like the fact that, because to me, it's such a crazy gamble to say like this person, and it's not like it's Victor Wembanyama, which we haven't talked about really on the podcast. It ain't like this guy's a consensus net best thing ever. That was not Michael Jordan coming out. So to make those type of comments about him like they were in a movie, I think they could have embellished that a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, if he comes with us here, his name will be even bigger than me, you, everyone who's ever worked at Nike. He will be it's like, bro, like, is Steph Curry even there for Under Armour? Like, you know what I'm saying? Steph Curry, great. But you know what I'm saying? Like, think about what I said before.
I think that's what I'm saying. That he's not that great. Like, he's not like that. I think that's the point of the whole thing. That's our point. The whole argument is dang sure been a point about the LeBron versus, like, it's like his like what he did at the time he did it is like it's hard to even imagine someone else doing something better than that, because you have to have that more impact on the culture, on the world, for playing your sport than he did. And it's hard to imagine.
Here's what I'm saying. They said all this stuff before his rookie year. That's my only point. I'm saying all this stuff. It's not like they said this in fifth year, like, bro, this guy, the truth. It was like before he even played. If he was what y'all saying he was, he would have went number one. Consensus, he did not.
No, but that's not necessarily the case, because we know, and this is before that video, like they were saying that like Michael Jordan was the first like guard to take over the game. Like the traditionally big men were the safest pick. They were the most dominant players. So
for sure,
you're talking about Akeem. You know what I'm saying? Like people get it wrong in the draft. Most of the time in the draft, you know, NBA draft, they draft by their actual roster. Sometimes it's, you know, you if you got Steph on your team, you're not gonna go pick the number one. Like if you got Victor, if you got like Giannis on your team, you're gonna pick Victor Wembanyama. Like you might pick the next number two. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Same thing with Melo when he went third. Like, bro, you know, it's crazy.
But what I'm saying here is this here, and Michael, the other Michael in the chat is bringing a good point. Yeah, but the royalty deal, that I feel like for sure is true. My thing is just some of the lingo. It was so strong. I'm like, were they really saying it to this level? It's like for Mad Stuff we watch where they say stuff's embellished or dramatized for theatrical effect. That's my thing about the movie.
It is a question. It is a question. It is a movie. They got to make it dramatic
for sure.
Dramatic sake. But I mean, there's some like there's got to be a lot of truth to this story, because I mean the Jordan 1, that silhouette, like we just talked about. I mean, it's crazy. So like.
But that was okay to me. That was okay to me. Them saying, "Oh, we'll pay the fines." That I think all that could be true. Matter of fact, believe it is. But I'm just more so saying the actual words that were used in getting it done.
Did you see what they said Nike's market share was worth at that time? Like they were like 15%.
What they expected to do? Yeah.
That's crazy. So that's saying we're talking about Nike. We're really talking about Jordan.
It's true. Team Jordan is responsible for a lot. I think even overall Nike with everything else still might be beating it, but it's extremely profitable. Extremely. I mean,
profitable. just the awareness, right? Because if you get so many people to come in through that brand, you know, that gives you.
But here's the thing with the movie too. If it was such a universal slam dunk, it wouldn't have been as much resistance. Had Phil Knight known what he said, he would have poured in $10 million into Jordan, not fought tooth and nail. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, oh, this is for sure. Can't miss. If we do this, we out of here.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. In the story, they were like this was precedent setting. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So what you're saying is like even what they did, we said on the phone, he's like, listen, we've never offered an athlete this much, and this wasn't
at Nike we haven't
at Nike. But even when you look at the other one, they didn't make it seem like, you know.
But they matched it though, no, because I think Adidas had matched it and threw in the Ferrari. They didn't do the percentage point.
Right. But what I'm saying is like that was still like for what that company was able to do and how much they were worth. I mean, think about it. He said there's $1 billion company. That's not that much money. You know what I'm saying? Like to throw at one athlete in a time where in a sport, that's what you fail to realize. Like even the sport itself wasn't that popular at that
For
time.
sure, for sure.
So
For
Michael
sure.
Jordan put the sport on notice, which and then put Nike on notice. Like they couldn't foresee, they didn't know like what they had to do to acquire that. They just were doing it based off what they had known. Like this is
For
a
sure.
lot for what we know. That's what the dude said. He sat on the couch. He was like, at the end of the joint, he was like, man, if we sell something like 3 million, that would be the best we ever did. So 160 million.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like that's not even feasible. What
no, he for sure came through. He for sure came through and went crazy. I'm just saying, like, what I didn't like about it was that some of the rhetoric there, and then also I feel like once I was like, all right, let's get into it. The movie was over and they did the fast forward scenes. I was expecting a little more like, okay, let's see. Like, am I going to see the Spike Lee commercial now? Am I going to see this? But then it was like, all right, that's it, man. Just know it was a hit, son. We got Jordan.
That's what I said. The story wasn't about Michael Jordan as much as it was about Matt Damon.
Yeah, but even it could have been a little more about Nike. I mean, that was me. I'll give it 8 out of 10.
I feel it's a fair critique. I'm not saying it was a perfect movie. I personally give it a 9 out of 10. It might be a little bit more than mine. It might be like 9.1, 9.2 because I like the story. You know, it's a feel good story. Like it's an American story if you want to call it that. Like whatever that means.
So look, that's what they said. The thing. That's what he said in the actual movie too. That exact line. It's an American story.
I mean, it kind of is, bro. Like what I'm saying is like it's capitalism. True. Like you grinding at the mud. You believe in something. You put your chips behind something in particular, and it pays off. Like that's kind of America. You know what I'm saying in a nutshell. So I don't know. I like the movie, man. I did like the.
Here was the other thing too. Here's the other thing too.
What's up?
This is the other thing. So this is what I'm saying. What to me dropped it down. There was a certain point where Phil Knight, the CEO of Nike, which was Ben Affleck, he was like against the deal. He goes for a walk. He comes in. All right, screw it. And 5,000 a game. Yeah, why not? That to me, they didn't bridge that enough. You see what I'm saying? He was so anti it to come in and be like, you know what? Let's give it all to Jordan. What made you change your mind? Hey, man, let's shake things up here. Maybe that's how it went, but to me, I would have wanted to see a little more of like. And then it was even more than the 250 because he was also talking about, hey, 5,000 per game. Like, hold on, when did you say that? We get fine. So 82 game season. You see what I'm saying?
Let me put it to you like this, man. Like,
what's up?
I don't know the actual history of the guy, but what they made him out to be, and I will tell you as a entrepreneur myself, right? It's about taking risk, right?
For sure.
And that's what Matt Damon was trying to tell him was like, hey, listen, you built your company by taking risks. You basically have to bet on yourself, right? Sometimes it don't make logical sense. Sometimes there's not a one-to-one. Like basically what they, at least how I perceived it was like it spoke to his early days. Like as an entrepreneur, man, I'm telling you, like I know Mike is in here too. It's my guy. It's a grind to get to a place, and and even once you hit a spot, like there's a plateau where it's like, man, in order to get even further, you have to do crazier things. You have to have a little bit more faith. You got to have a little bit more guts. And so it's like that was this moment for him. Like you said, I'm $1 billion company, but they were still only like 15% market share of that industry. So like there was room to grow, but it was like basically he was stalled at where he was at unless he made a gutsy play.
But it was more so basketball though. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't necessarily the whole company of Nike. It was the Nike basketball division was struggling, not Nike. And running, they were killing it. They were known for running shoes.
I mean, they were killing it, but they were still only 15% of the market share.
But it was more the basketball aspect. Matt Damon's character was working for Nike basketball, and it's like, bro, the whole division might go down a bit. This not Nike in general. That's why I feel like, bro, we make a great product. Running shoes, people know us for running.
Right. You know? That's what I'm saying. This was supposed to shake all that up. That's why he was trying to get him to do everything else. It wasn't just like, just do a little deal to save the department. He was like, no, this will be good for you. That's why he was sitting in on the meetings as the CEO. It's like, hey, look, I'm putting my money. Like he had his investors on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I want to see a little more of too. I just want to see a little more of the X and O. That's what I'm saying to me. It was just a little bit hand waving, like, don't worry about the investor. He's like, I'll never get this approved till okay. Now the budget's even more than I said before. Don't worry about the investors. I'll talk to them. Like, okay, but how? Like, it was just a hand waving. Like, nah, don't worry about it. He literally said, I'll never be able to swing this by the board. Till, you know what? The budget is not just 250 now. It's 250 plus 8.
I get you. I get you. I get
You know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying.
Like, oh,
It's a valid joint. I feel like you might be a little too literal in it, and like just a little bit too critical of like the dialogue, because I didn't get that per se. I got that they weren't going to spend time in that. You understood. I felt like they did a good job getting you to understand like what was happening at the time. Like, yo, like,
no,
okay,
for sure.
they're trying to grow. They're trying to do something crazy. This guy, whatever reason, like I said, he brought him in. I know you, man. He brought Matt Damon in to do all these things, and it wasn't really panning out. And it's like, but he believed in him, right? True. It was like a kind of like a story of like I said, everybody kind of like believing in they team. Like, hey, yo, you know what you're doing. I'm gonna believe in you. You got you. Hey, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but it's crazy. It was a good movie to me. What you say, babe? Give me? We watched it together. What you say out of 10? What you give that?
I would have to say an 8.5. Like, I definitely slept on it. Like, I didn't know what it was going to be about. Like, I thought it was going to be more about, I don't know, these two white guys telling the story of Jordan. But when we first started watching it, it was like, oh no, it's more about the shoe, it's more about the company, and the rise of pretty much Jordan taking Nike up to be, the sole market share for the industry. So I really love, the story behind it, the grind. It was very inspiring as an entrepreneur. So it was like, okay, yeah, like he literally put it all on the line. And I was like, okay, this is a really good, feel-good story. So I'll keep it at 8.5.
Cool. So right there in between this.
All right, well, let us know, y'all, what y'all thought about the movie in the chat too. Let us
check it
know.
out. It's a solid watch for sure.
But yo, keep it on NBA, man. And speaking of belief in a little bit too, you have belief in the Celtics. I believe in them too. I say, oh, they got this game 7, son. But they
first of all, that's the problem. Everybody was saying that. My dad was saying that too.
You believe in them too, son? Don't say that.
No, but he said it right before the game started too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to believe in them, like, but y'all was like, "There's no way." Like,
I would say no, but
my dad was saying no way. He's like, man, there's zero chance. I was like, well, there's a lot of chance.
This is what I said would have to happen. Either Jimmy Butler would have to go for 40, which he didn't, or Tatum and Brown would have to both stink, which they both did, son. So,
very bad.
So that to me, those were the two things that can happen. Jimmy go crazy, or you need both. Because even if one of them, I think, plays well, they probably can get it done. But the fact that they both played bad wasn't a possibility. But I thought they had it, man. I thought they had it, bro. But
listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. That's probably one of the most disappointing, like personally. I don't know, maybe even in general, like objectively, that was probably one of the most disappointing Game 7, hyped up. You fought tooth and nail to get to this point, and you going to crap out like that. I spent all day defending it. Like, shout out Timmons, Sabrina and Timmons. Like, he was there at my mom's house yesterday, and we was going back and forth all day. He was like, I was like, nah, I mean, he was like, I gotta break that team up. Jason, I said, break it up. I said, bro, look, they doing crazy work. I was like, ain't no way they breaking it. I said, bro, ain't no way they breaking it up, especially not after this. I was like, even if they lose, they not breaking it up.
That's what some people saying, though, bro.
When I watched that game, bro,
and
I didn't even watch the whole game. I turned it off at like the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter. I was like, bro, they quit. Like, they literally have no heart. I said, bro, break this team up. I said, I was like, bro, they have to, because they don't have no heart, bro. That joint was weak. No, bro.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know. I was disgusted, bro. Honestly, I was like literally like.
Listen, man, they just live by the 3, die by the 3.
Nah, bro.
They were one of the highest. Go ahead.
Listen, they do live by the 3, but they didn't shoot well. Like the previous game. And they still were able. I mean, they were still in command of that game for most of it. The last 4 minutes of the game. They were up 10. So that just them not being able to shoot doesn't matter. The problem is they don't have no heart. They had no fight, bro. Like they literally only person that cared. And you see me in the chat yesterday too, man. If they take Joe Mazzulla, got to get out of there too, because I don't know what's wrong with Robert Williams, if he can't play or not, but he was clearly a better fit than
Listen, man. This is so funny, man. For our podcast listeners, just 2 episodes back, maybe 3, Leland was like, bro, these coaches, son, that's crazy. They fired these jokes. Now, Mazzulla was there for less than a year because he came in like, or no, just right at a year.
No. Let me rephrase that. I'm not blaming Joe Mazzulla.
You said he got to get out of here, son.
But what I'm saying is, like, he's got to get out of there just simply because it was such an embarrassing performance. Like, he like, what I'm saying, I don't think the fan base, the city, like, bro, you think the city, if they see Joe Mazzulla, they not gonna be cool with this. Boston is not cool with that.
I mean, you know, yeah, for sure they're not cool. But here's the thing, though, bro. In game 3, they got blown off the court. I was predicting the Miami sweep, but then he had them ready to play games, 4, 5, 6 that y'all came out and won. So my thing is, like, maybe it could just be ebbs and flows. I've seen series, even Golden State Cavs. There was times Golden State blew out the Cavs in 2016, and it's like, oh snap, they don't blow on the same court, but then you end up winning. So. To me, I thought after game 4 they was going to give up, but they didn't. They still fought back game 4, 5, 6. What about that?
Listen. If I had to give somebody, let's do it like we did last time. How much percentage are you giving Joe Mazzulla?
I'm not. I didn't, like I said, since the Lakers got out. You gonna have to get a percentage, but I didn't watch it as much, man.
Okay. If you talking about percentages, he can't be no more than 20%.
Okay, 20%. That's respectable. Like
no more than 20% fault of this loss. Like he you know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, like you gotta put a fire under your teammate. I mean your team, no matter what. I'm telling you, don't let me be an NBA coach because everybody's sitting down. I don't care, especially Joe Mazzulla. Like if my job is on the line right now, like I want anybody who sees me to know that I gave every X and O's. I'm yelling. I'm throwing chairs at people. I'm punching people in the face. I'm getting ejected. I got to do whatever I got to do, son. My team not looking like that out there, bro. They not looking like that. Not in the game 7 in the finals. At home.
Could it be just one game? Like I said, we've seen teams get blasted in the last game.
It's not just one game, bro. They got beat the first 3 games just like that. They almost lost game 6, looking like they did in the 4th quarter at the start of game 7. That's when I was like, oh, bruh, we could. Jason Tatum rolled his ankle. He was completely dejected the whole game.
Now, here's the thing, though. Let me get a little JT slander off then. Let me get a little JT. I done seen this man in big moments come up short, so I'm not giving him the all the way injury excuse, bro. He could have been healthy and still had
I don't care if you had no injury. Sit out the game. This is not the time. Like when he was sitting around the edge, just like he was just on a 3-point line like this. Bruh, do something or get out the game. I was like, listen, bro. I said, give me Marcus Smart, give me Derek White, give me Williams, give me Grant Williams, and then throw in who else? That was 5, ain't it?
That's 4. Did you say give you Pritchard too, son? You better get ran off the court with Pritchard,
son. What I'm saying is, even if it's for 5 minutes, I mean, they got blown out by 20. Even if for 5 minutes, as soon as you start the game and you ain't, hey, come on. I'm emptying the clip. I'm emptying the whole bitch. Who want to play tonight, bro? Because what I'm saying is Boston was still good enough with the secondary guy. Derek White looked like Jason Tatum. Give me those guys. Give me the guys that's gonna fight for this. Like I can't. I couldn't co-sign that, Boston. Like I've been riding. I've been riding for the last 2 seasons heavy.
Yeah.
Tatum more specifically, Boston more generally. I've been riding with them. I cannot co-sign that at all, son. At all, bro.
In the chat, though, they said he saved his job because he avoided the sweep. I do agree with that. I fight the fact that they didn't get swept. I told you before, if they got swept, maybe this guy will be up out of here. The fact that they came back to 7, I think he probably saved his job.
That's true. That's true. Like I said, let me go back to my percentage.
All right, 20% on the coach.
20% on the coach. It can't be no less than like 70% on Jason Tatum, bro.
Oh wow, he owned most of it for you, huh?
Yeah, bro. He's the leader, man. What I'm saying is like, because what I'm saying, I'm not even talking about game 7. I'm talking about like that series in general was a tale of your best player not performing at their best. You cannot expect to win high leverage NBA series, especially against Miami. So well, coach Jimmy Butler, you can't expect to do that. And your best player, who averaged 30 the whole year, is playing like garbage and complaining and weak, bro. Listen, true. Look, you know, mellow out
for sure.
So we in a time where you just like, well, who the guy? You know what I'm saying? Who the next guy you gonna rock with?
Listen, you heard me say what I said last time. I said maybe I'll take Giannis or somebody else. You talking about you gonna hit your wagon to Tatum? So I don't know about that one.
Bro, Tatum young, man. He's still crazy young. Talented. He crazy talented.
He's talented.
I don't know if unless they need to get somebody like Dame. They need somebody that's got like the right level of mental toughness or mindset, because he's just not a leader. You know what I'm saying? He's like KD, almost like he's just too passive, and but KD's more consistent. You know what I'm saying? So he's not even that. Like,
well, his prime at least, in his prime for sure. I feel like KD might be on the downhill too, man. But that's fair, man. Listen, I'm not the one to give it all to the superstars, win or lose. I give them all the blame, give them all the credit. That's not necessarily me, but I can see Tatum here. He averaged 25 points a game, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Not bad. 47% from the field, 23% from the three. So the three ball was not falling at all. Yeah, in the comments they're saying, listen, that's not all on Joe, the coach for the Celtics. He's inferior coach to Spo, but he's young and experienced. He can recover. I think you said that too, Leland. 20%. That ain't like, hey man, the coach get him out of here.
No, he wasn't a bad. I don't think he's a terrible coach. I mean, especially for to be so young. Like he got a lot. Yeah. He got a lot of promise. It just I don't see him coming back next year. Boston start looking and saying, I just think they got to shake it up.
I get you. Yeah, they also said credit Miami defense, which for sure I feel like Miami defense tough, man. Miami defense
all right. Tough. Oh, it's all right, bro. They defense wasn't that tough the last 3 games before that.
I mean, still relatively lower scoring though. It wasn't like I was scoring crazy even against them necessarily. You know,
first of all, last game Boston had poor shooting 3, and what I'm saying is they're shooting poor for the 3, but it's not because Miami closing out so crazy. Them Blues was breaking wide open shots.
But that's where the coach to me got to do better. And even I don't know if you saw the post game. They asked Mazzulla after the game, like, "Yo, do you think you should have switched it up or did something differently?" He was like, "Nah." I'm like, that's not necessarily a great answer. I feel like when the 3 ball,
I was saying that. I was telling my dad last night. I hate when coaches die with their philosophy,
bro. Like, but you got to just switch it up a little bit.
Do it the whole time. No change.
Even in the fourth quarter too, when the game, I think you got to stop watching by this point. I'm like, they keep just chucking up threes in the league getting bigger and bigger. Like, just try to. You don't need a 3 right now. There's still time. You can get back.
You can go to the rack.
Yeah, go to the rack. Man.
Like what I'm saying is they have more dynamic shot creators than Boston. I mean, than Miami by far. They strive when they put pressure on them. Derek White was doing that by himself. He was like, he kept on attacking the defense, make him get in foul trouble. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I don't know what Jaylen Brown did, bro. I mean,
now I got exposed a little bit. That's why he's saying that he's in a tough situation. So do the Celtics give him a supermax or nah? Next, they gonna give him a supermax extension or nah? What you think, man?
They probably gonna give him a supermax to do a sign and trade.
So you think they might switch him up? Okay, that's fair. I can see that.
I think they're probably gonna because I think they're gonna do supermax sign and trade because that's probably it's gonna be more lucrative to the next team. You know what I'm saying? That he's under contract for a extended period of time.
That's fair. I think you get in like a nice point guard or getting somebody else because right now you kind of got a little bit of repetitiveness with the 2 wings. And so the last thing, man, them boys streaming said that's a good point. That they basically played the zone in order to force them to shoot the threes. And since they weren't hitting, stay in the zone. Let them keep shooting them. And then maybe Spo would have made an adjustment if y'all started knocking them down. All right, get about the zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, all right, you're right. I'm not going to take anything away from Miami. I don't necessarily think it's their defense as much as I think is Spo's adjustments. What I'm saying is I don't think that each individual defender or even a team defense was like so. I mean, we say all the time, great offense be great defense. It don't just don't matter. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, you can play some good defense, but bruh, if Tatum gonna go off, he gonna go off if he want to. Like I seen it with my own eyes in the zone. Like a zone is, zone is easy to. It's not easy to beat, but once you like penetrate the zone, like it's broken. Like it's
You got to make shots though. That's the thing. And y'all weren't hitting the games y'all lost.
no. You got to make shots because even when they did it, they had Al Horford in the middle. They passed Al Horford. Now they have to shrink in. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem with the zone. The zone is everybody's got to shift and move with the ball opposed to staying where a man is. And so that means there's a lot of openings for people to cut, but they weren't cutting, slashing, driving, nothing. They were just sitting outside. They let the defense do what they had to do. They just let the defense chill. Nobody was moving. There was no body movement off the ball, cut screens, whatever. Like that's I don't know, bro. And I don't know, man. I was disappointed, bro. Really,
I can see that. I can see that being disappointed.
20, bro.
Bro, we done seen teams. That's what I'm saying. The end, we done seen not necessarily game sevens, but we done seen teams get blown out in closeout games this playoffs. Man, Golden State got blown out. Memphis got blown out. Suns got blown out. We see teams get blown out sometimes. I don't know what it is. I feel like they just be like, bro, well, these guys got us. It's the mental edge. And so, listen, looking forward, bro. Looking forward. Speaking of mental edge or edge in general, who you got for the finals, man? This will be the last thing. Who you got for the finals? Denver Nuggets versus Miami Heat. Finals start this Thursday on ABC. Who you got, dog?
Denver in 5, bro.
Denver in 5? Listen, let me share with you a message. This is what one of my homeboys sent me after the game. He said, Heat look great, bro. All caps on great. Love the defense. Offense, they were aggressive and creating and making great shots. Best coach in the league, no drama. Jimmy a dog, all caps. Nuggets in 4. That's what he said.
Yo, I'm about to say, I was waiting, but you had me on edge. I was like, wait, they look great.
That's what he says. Like, yo, Nuggets in 4. Said, listen, I'm about with him, son. I'm about with him, my boy.
Listen.
I don't see a path forward for Miami.
They don't have the answer, bro. Listen. If they find a way to win against Denver, I think Eric Spoelstra might be the best coach to ever play, to ever coach in the game. Like if he can find a scheme that will break Jokic.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, bro? Listen, I'm gonna be tight too because Jokic and Murray killed the Lakers. They better not come now and start missing shots. Them boys was hot as fish grease against us. They better not start missing shots.
This is what I'm saying. They have been rested now. I don't know if that's that good.
For game 1, I don't see it going past game. Like I don't see that effect. Like, man, we rested too long. In game 4, like
but what I'm saying is like it's a momentum thing. You know what I'm saying? You at home, they gonna come in there. If they take home court advantage, now you feel a little tighter. You know what I'm saying? It's not about physical capability. Is more about like you said, it's the mental side. It's like they came in here and beat us. They gonna get confidence. We don't want to give them confidence. Like the question is, at the end of the day, I told who was talking to? I was talking to Sampson yesterday. He was like, well, what's the deal? Why, if Boston's so good, why they like in this state? And I said, look, at the end of the day, Boston is, to me, the most talented team in the NBA, the deepest team in the NBA. I think what I'm saying, on paper, I think Boston had checked a lot of boxes. They didn't have the best coach, but what they lacked the most was mental toughness.
Okay.
Miami, on the other hand, don't have the deepest roster, don't have the best star, has the best coach in the playoffs for sure, but they also have the mental toughness. They have the best mental toughness, I think, of almost any team in the league.
I got you.
So you had a matchup issue. I think Boston and Miami is always a matchup issue of like talent versus like will.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? And I just think that they like Boston's gonna have to get some more players with a little bit more heart, man, because
it's fair. Or I think also if you have more consistent like go-to moves, like even with Tatum, right? If he gets better low post game, or he can get easier shots and not have to rely on jump shots as much, or even coach could scheme him and get him easier.
Bro, what I'm saying is, you seen it all series, bro. Jason Tatum was, when he was on, bro, he was tearing them up. That one game, it was a game 5. He was cooking Jimmy Butler. I mean, like Jimmy didn't even look like, people were like, What happened? Like that's how easy it was. I mean, fadeaway jumpers, mid range, post up, layups.
Yeah,
McBride do got the whole package. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole problem. Is like Jason Tatum's too talented to be going out with games like this.
True.
But yeah, I just think I credit Miami. I'm not gonna say that. Like I said, they are what they are. They not the best team though. Like in the talented wise, they're gonna have a struggle, bro. They're gonna have a struggle. But if they find a way to out scheme them, outwork them, that's what they do best. So
I think Denver wins, man, just because of Jokic. I feel like Jokic should really eat and give you some crazy numbers, man.
They don't have any answer for that.
And even on the boards too, Jokic a monster rebounding. That's really,
listen, I gotta know right now if you still in here, them boys streaming. You've been talking like I don't by the way you talking, it sound like you a Miami Heat fan. Are you a Miami Heat fan? And if you are, what's your prediction? What's your prediction for the finals?
Yeah. Also, Michael in the chat said Denver in 5. So us 3 going with Denver in 5. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think Miami gonna get one game. It might be the first one.
Could be the first one, but to me, I feel like Jokic. If Jokic plays the same way he did against AD, and AD's a really good defender, I think Bam's a little lighter. Yeah. So they say, yeah, they're going with Miami, man. They're going with Miami. So listen, we'll see what happens. We'll come back. So we should have at least one more podcast next week. It'll probably be 2 or 3 games played by the time we record next week. And a week after that, maybe the finals is over. So yeah, y'all come back, tune back in, man. No, for real. Even if it's 7, bro, you talking about game start Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, listen,
the game's over, yo.
Nah, let us know, man. Let us know, son. I feel like it's gonna be. I am excited though. Regardless, I am excited to actually watch these games. I think the way Miami's been looking, you talking about mental toughness. I think that series at least will be competitive. I don't think it's gonna be like they just getting blown off the court.
They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight, but I just don't know if they got it. I just don't know if they got it, bro.
Yeah.
So,
sure. That's it, man.
Cool. Well, listen, guys. As always, we appreciate you guys stopping in, kicking it with us, laughing, joking. As always, we'll be back, man. We'll be back next week. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. We on the platform, right? We on
on Spotify, on podcasts, and also on Apple Podcasts as well. You can check us out there. Yo, hear me out. You might need to search a little bit. Search the episode title, till we can get more recognized in the algorithms and whatnot. So yeah,
for sure. We appreciate you guys. Everybody that came in today, we appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed week.
All right. Peace.